No problem. Yes.
We're making more of a raw version of sauerkraut rather than the traditional mega salt version. Cabbage being naturally high in lactobacillus will ferment on its own. And you can make small batches that will be more readily available. And so you don't, often people will make a big vat of cabbage sauerkraut and then have to can it. But this being still alive, you can make frequent smaller batches. So we want to pack it in as much as we can. You know, go ahead, put some more in there. We might need another. Obviously, we're improvising with our settling device. There you go. He's going to put a little bit of salt in because the salt will actually help draw some of the moisture out of the cabbage to add water to it, so it makes a more liquid solution in there, which then the fermentation will start to bubble. But you want to not have a lot of air bubbles in it. That's why we're trying to mash it down. And actually, you know, you want to probably go along the edges too, and really. I know. Improper use of the knife. I realize. I told you we were improvising here. This is primitive skills, isn't it? This was a used pickle jar, and
We grew these cabbages from seed. So
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
So we know where our food's coming from. And
you use organic practices, I'm assuming.
we do.
Compost.
Oh my gosh, we're composting fools. We've got 3 row bins and a separate bin for food compost. And now we have a pig who's helping us not only compost, but till the soil for the garden.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit more salt, just a couple little dash. Nervously. No, I think it's good.
Okay.
Oh, just in those strips is good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said thinner's better, right?
Yep. Yeah, you don't have to be careful. You don't want to break the glass.
Okay. And
And what are you doing with that, Heidi?
We're going to form a top for this, a natural casing top. Now, I just peeled that off of there, so that's a pretty clean surface. Because ideally, you want to only use the bacteria of the plant, not your hands. So you do try to keep things as clean as possible. And this might not work. I'm going to split this a little bit because I think what I can do is fold it inside out, press it into the container, and then see, I'm going to work it around the edges. If I had scissors, I would probably cut that, but that worked fine. And see how I'm just kind of sealing around the edges with this cabbage leaf, because you want to try to get the air out. And even in a couple of days, as the water starts to come to it, you want to maybe exert some more pressure, because this is a particularly, you know, it's fresh cabbage, so it's, you can see there's still a lot of air in there. And since we're using a low salt, you want to just keep your eye on it. But ideally, this should, within 3 days, start to ferment and even start to taste like sauerkraut. And then, you know, then you want to keep your eye on it, because you don't want it to go too far. Because as soon as it gets to a point where it's tangy and, you know, delicious, then you can start eating it, but keep it in the refrigerator after that. And you'll want to continue to eat it. And, you know, but meanwhile, start another batch. You know, you
Right.
can, within 3 or 4 days of each other, you know, get another batch going, so you always have a continual fresh source of sauerkraut.
beautiful.
Cool. Salt is on there so that fruit flies don't eat at your sauerkraut.